guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, Welcome to review. This is not Friday Soccer Club, Football Club. It's just a review of the game between Nigeria and the Black Stars of Ghana. So thank you guys for joining me. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know where you're joining from. It's a quick one. It's going to be a very quick one because this is not our usual program, but we can't just wait till Friday before we do justice to this. I don't have like small time today. That's the reason why I'm here early. So, guys, hit the like button. Let me know where you're joining from. Yeah, let me know where you're joining from. Let me know where you're joining from. So, let me know where you're joining from. 6 likes, and we have 40 people watching. Let me know where you're joining from. There's also the dollar sign there too. Click on it, and let's see. If you want to support us, support what we do. Thank you guys for joining. Those on Instagram, please can you go on YouTube? Can you go to YouTube? Go and actually join. I'll be ending the stream live now on Instagram. So I want to just review some quick things about game today. So guys, on Instagram, I'm going to be ending it now on Instagram. Go on YouTube. Go and actually join. So go and join on YouTube. So thank you guys for joining. So it's no longer news that Nigeria beat the Black Stars of Ghana by 2-1, and the Unity Cup game at the GTX Stadium in London. So 2-1, first half 2-0, we led by 2-0. 1 goal by Razak Simpson, and also very good finish by Siri Desas of Glasgow Rangers. So Ghana put one back through Ashanti. I think they play for Coventry City, so they put one back, and we have to rely on our goalkeeper to actually want to win that game. So for me, I think it wasn't a bad performance, but I want us to go over some few things about that game. So guys, those on Instagram, please go and join on YouTube so I can just start straight away. There's no news about Falcons, news about under 20. We're just going to Super Eagles directly. Guys, please go and join on YouTube directly. I'm going to remove the Instagram now. Just go and join on YouTube directly. Thank you. So let me just start. When I watch this game, for me, the most important thing is a friendly game. Forget about say Unity Cup. It's a friendly game. What is a preparation for the World Cup qualifier in September? It's not even the CHAN preparation. Let's see which players can actually who can come and actually take a claim in this current Super Eagles squad. So, and the coach too, I don't know, maybe I told you this earlier, the NFF informed the coach that he will be in charge of the CHAN team that will play in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda in August. CHAN will start around August 2nd. So there's going to be only maybe June and July to prepare for that CHAN. So he has only worked with few home-based players. So he needed to bring some of them so that he can be able to observe them in this window. And that's why the core of that team, the spine of the team, he invited the spine of the team to this tournament. So the spine of the team includes what? Uleka Junior, Ifeanyi Onyebuchi, Papa Daniel Mustafa, Isaac Savior, and Sikiru Alimi. That is spine of that CHAN team. So he wanted to see them and see what they can actually bring. But I know that Coach Eric Shell, I spoke to him yesterday. I spoke to him yesterday. So, and I know that he's a very smart man. Though we didn't discuss anything about football. It's just to tell him that I'm a very big fan of what he's doing, and I supported him right from the first time actually took the job. Right from the first day he took the job, I supported him and said I will continue to support him because I like when somebody is focused. I like when you know what you are doing. That's it. So for me, I'm his fan or else I see something different. So so that's the reason why I know that he's a very smart man that I've gotten few things to observe about the game today. But what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to give you my own observation and why I think that some of the players here need to actually what to step up. So I'm not judging them directly. This is like end of the season. In fact, the Nigerian Premier League finished about a week or two ago. So I don't expect the player to be in the same shape. And also to the Greek league also finished too. So I don't expect most of these players to actually be in the same shape. This is like end of the season tournament. So I don't think that all of them will be like this. So, but I just want to point to some few things that I actually would observe this game. So I will start by explaining some slides here. I don't have rights to the video, so I can't put it up straight away. So this is how the man started. Sale Wabali in goal. Sadiq is my, plays for the Nigerian Premier League champion. What's it called? Raymond Stars. Semi Ajayi, Igor Ogbu, and actually what Bruno Yemechi for Olympiacos in Greece. The midfield, we have Wilfred Ndidi, Papa Daniel Mustafa, and also Frank Onyeka, plays for Brentford now. While up front, we have Samuel Chukwueze, Siri Desas, and Sikiru Alimi. So, so that's actually how he started, there's just something wrong with his formation. I will say it here. I don't expect Sikiru Alimi to start as a left winger. If you have Teller, even Musa and Moses Simon on the bench, I think that Sikiru Alimi, if you have watched him very well, is a guy that can play, his strength. He can play very well, leading the line, for Raymond Stars and also for the Nigeria Chanti. So that was actually how he started. So this was the start of the game directly. What I observed is that Nigeria pressed Ghana, early, where to get the ball off them quickly, see exactly how we can actually get the ball to them. If you listen to Eric Shell before, he said that his philosophy is that we want to play and want to get our opponent's goal regularly. When we get to our opponent's goal on a regular basis, we can score. So you can see that he's trying to press them early, get in there, and and actually what's it called, and be able to actually to score. So that was the early part. You can see that the target was that they wanted to get across to Desas, and it didn't work around this time, but it worked later. So look at this now. This was the third minute. So if you have watched, if you also observe the game very well, Nigeria, Stanley Wabali is not clearing the ball longer now. We want to play from the back. So that's the reason why I told you earlier, if you have been following me on this platform, that the goalkeeper trainer and Eric Shell, they're looking for different alternative. Someone that can come in and play from the back. They want to start the attack build up from the back. They don't want to just clear the ball. They want to start from the back. So this was actually one of our playing out from the back. And you add the guys in white there, they are Nigerian players. I don't know how they calculated the ball there, and the Ghanaian actually took the ball off them. They actually scored with this ball. So this was just our trying to press from the back. One of the good things is that all these European teams, they like to play the ball in tight spaces. But for Nigeria here, when we got this ball and we only had one Ghana, it's like a rondo. You only have one Ghanaian player to beat, and we lost the ball here. That was actually crazy. And I have to be honest with you, that was crazy. We lost the ball here, and Ghana actually scored from this. So part of the lessons I think I actually learned from this game was the relentless pressing of Siri Desas. You can see clearly that anytime there's the ball over the top, Siri Desas is always pressing the Ghanaian center back, especially Razak Simpson. Razak Simpson plays for Nations FC in the Ghanaian second division also. Maybe the first league or second division. I'm not really sure. I know he's home base player. He's a home base player I play for in the Nations FC. He's always pressing, and I will show you like 3 slides of what Yeshua did in this game. So he was pressing here, but the opportunity he lost that opportunity there. But this was the 3rd minute. Anytime there's a ball over the top, Desas is always on his heels, pressing the Ghanaian player. So another thing that you can actually get from his game. So, this was the goal, at the 30th minute by Sadiq Ismail. That was a cross. Immediately Ismail Sadiq won that ball. It's not even the finish that, really, I was really impressed with. The type of run that Desas made. Immediately, Desas realized that Sadiq Ismail will cross that ball. He ran, it's like he went to the blind side of what? Razak Simpson. Can you see? He ran, the run. See, when I say that it's one of the most intelligent striker we have in this country, the run to the blind side of that guy, that was what surprised me. Immediately, too, Sadiq Ismail to pull the ball, slightly behind Razak Simpson, and the rest, they say is history. So that's actually what score straight away. It was a good finish. It's a player that can finish with his left foot, also with his right foot. So straight away, he actually he finished that. So was a very good goal. Apart from the cross from Ismail Sadiq, I was also impressed with Desas run here. Immediately he ran to the blind side of Razak Simpson, and he knew straight away that where the ball actually would land. He anticipated that the what's it called? The Ghanaian player might make mistake, and you have to anticipate. You have to anticipate. So, so this was one of the things that we can give Eric Shell kudos for, is that since Eric Shell, took the job, of our national team, we have scored that many goals now. These like we scored like 5 goals. Is it 5 goals? 5 goals now. We scored from like 2 direct set pieces. 2 direct set pieces. I can tell you how many 2 direct set pieces. So also tell you that there's something going on in that area. It's improving it. We scored the first goal against Rwanda, through set pieces 2. The second goal against Ghana 2, through set pieces 2. There's something going on in that area. And we are actually improving that area. So I like that. A team is very good. A team will show potential if they can score. They have different ways, different avenue to actually to score goals. If you don't have those type of avenues to actually score goals, it's gonna, what are you doing? So it's trying to exploit different areas, and I'm happy with that. We're getting better there. So we deal with small perfection towards the World Cup qualifier. I just think that when we have corner kick, team will start panicking that these guys can score from this. He's doing something there, and I'm actually happy with that. So this was how we play. Somebody said that we play 4-2-2-2. Although you're actually right. When we are in possession, the 2 guys that are meant to be wingers, they tuck in. Immediately they spread the ball to our fullbacks. They spread. The guy I put arrow on there was Papa Daniels. Immediately he realized that Bruno Imachi would get the ball. He was in before. He had to give Bruno Onyemachi width. And that was what actually was. It's similar to what we're doing during the World Cup qualifier. But this time around, it's like using different profile of players to do it. So you can see that was Papa Daniels there. That was a true ball. Another thing I told you about this, I said that his run is so good. You can see he's going to the blind side again of what? Of Razak Simpson. The blind side again of what? Of Razak Simpson. And though we missed, but it was I like that run. I like that run. When you can anticipate something, when you move off the ball, you move with the ball, you move off the ball, you are so dangerous. You turn the head of defenders, you turn their heads, because they don't know what you're gonna do. So look at this one now, this situation now. This was actually what pressing game. So this was our pressing game, and I like that. In Africa, if you can press defenders in Africa, you go score goal. Go and watch Lesotho against Lesotho. Was it Lesotho against Morocco? Morocco pressed them, because most African defenders, they are not good on the ball. They are not good on the ball. Let's be honest ourselves. They're not good on the ball. If you press them very hard, they will actually they're going to make a mistake. So that was what we actually wanted. You can see we went 1-for-1, 1-to-1. And at the end of the day, what happened there, we actually we won that ball, but unfortunately, Papa Danet could not finish. You can see the way we set the trap for them now. You can see the way we set that trap for them now. So Desas went to press the goalkeeper, and also to what's it called? Isikiru Alimi pressed Razak Simpson. So that's how it was set a trap for guys you know that they're not really good on the ball. So, and that was it. That was it. So, before I continue, let me just appreciate my first gifter, Emmanuel. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you. I really actually would appreciate you, Emmanuel. Thank you for that super sticker. Guys, as you join, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video. We have 127 likes when we have about 168 people watching on YouTube. And we also have like 10 people watching on Facebook. Guys, like the video. And there's also like a dollar sign there. You can also, if you want to be generous, if you want to support us, you want to appreciate what we are doing, you can also put that, you can click on that dollar sign there. You can give us, if it's anything, just support us, support the channel. Thank you for, it's not good to, it's not easy to just put all these things all together, all the time. It takes a lot of time. So thank you, Emmanuel, for your love. So let me just take his comment quickly. Emmanuel said that this is our second best striker. Others can rest, but if Antolu better step up. Yeah, I agree with you. You have to. You have to. He has to get the call up, honestly, because the guy keep on scoring anytime they call him up. I know that Boniface, I know people can, but Boniface also played some easy games too. He played against Sao Tome and Principe. He didn't score in that game. He played against Lesotho. He didn't score in that game. So this guy keep on scoring. Anytime he scored against Mexico. Was it Mexico or Ecuador? I think one of those two. He scored against them. He scored against Ghana. He scored against Ghana now. He's got like 3 goals in how many caps? Come on. He deserves to be called up. Even if he's not starting, he can come off the bench and actually do something, in my opinion. I just think that, Eric Shell, I know that he will do justice to that. So thank you, Emmanuel. So let me just continue on that. So now I like the trap we set for Ghana, and they fell. They fell to that trap. So I like this idea of trying to press defenders, opposition defenders too. When you try to press them, they make mistakes, and you can actually capitalize on them through that. So these are our own problems too. Play from the back. But the idea is clear, but the issue is that we don't have the personnel. So if you look at this guy very well, Wabali standing there, there's 2 guys, 2 options. Igor Ogu on his left and Semi Ajayi on his right. It can easily pass to Semi Ajayi to avoid the press, or just pass to Igor Ogu, at least just to take the stress. But he wanted to pass the ball to Wilfred Ndidi. I understand the reason why he wanted to pass the ball to Wilfred Ndidi. He wanted to pass the ball to Ndidi to attract the press. So when he passed the ball to Ndidi, and Ndidi can pass to Semi Ajayi, they're going to be out of position. So he wanted to do that. But unfortunately, in this high-tempo game, when you know that you are not really sure what you are doing, they can cost us. So he was calling Didi, but if you know that Didi is not forthcoming here, pass the ball to Igor Ogu. Then, but we made mistake here, but he saved that ball again. So this is just like a thing that the guy will take longer time to learn. You are bringing a guy from Chippa United, one guy from Leicester, one guy from West Brom, another guy from Czech Republic. You want them, it's going to be hard, but it takes time for them to actually learn all these things. So, I don't know why you cannot follow that blue options. Pass to Igor Ogu, or actually what Semi Ajayi, trying to get into the. For example, now 2 things could happen. If you could get the ball there, pass to Ajayi, we already had advantage. You can move the ball quickly forward, or we lose the ball in that area. If we could lose the ball in that area, well, we're going to be in problem. So this is so just as I told you, hold up play. He gave that ball to that empty space, but Sikiru Alimi, with due respect to Sikiru Alimi, not that level. So when I told you about the reason why Frank Onyeka wasn't called up, for the World Cup qualifier. See, this is the type of situation that you expect Frank Onyeka to do better, because in some of these games, we will have possession, so we'll be the one to dictate the pace of the game. So we won't be the ones to start. So we won't be the one to start saying that start retreating and everything. But in this game, when you are attacking a midfielder, you need to make good decisions. Sometimes you can play simple, make good decisions. So these are the things that I think that is a deficiency of not being good on the ball. It's actually what's showing. I just think that there are better options to actually what here. Though he tried to cross the ball, he got deflected, and that was it. So I just think that at this point, you can try and look for those runs and try and take us in a bigger position, just like a more very good position that can score through that. But I think he made the right choice here. He tried to actually cross the ball. It was blocked. It nearly became an own goal, but that was it. I just think that Onyeka on the ball, Onyeka off the ball, trying to mark the ball, fantastic player. I just think that if you give him the ball, I think it's a big problem. That's the problem. I think that's why he didn't get the call up for the World Cup qualifiers. So this is a Vendidi, most of you guys remembered during the World Cup qualifier against Zimbabwe. If you remember during the World Cup qualifier against Zimbabwe, I don't know, maybe I have the clip here with me. He actually he had this opportunity to, when he shoot the ball with his right foot and it was just off target. But this time around now, I think he learned the lesson now. He's trying to shoot with his left foot, and though it was a weaker foot, and the goalkeeper saved it, but at least he's making that attempt. If he tried to shoot with his left foot against Zimbabwe, and that opportunity that he got, I think that would have been maybe probably actually 2-0 up by that time. But I think at this age, he's learning his lessons. I think that we should give him that chance to continue to grow. That's what I will say about this opportunity. Good work. I think that have been 3-0 Nigeria at this point in time. But these games too, I can tell you, just like against Zimbabwe, against Rwanda, we need to take our opportunities. We need to take our opportunities. Very important. We need to be calmer in front of goal. It's very important because there's some games that will be fine margins. We need to take our opportunities. Very important. So look at this is Bruno Imechi. So in my own opinion here, he had a very bad game. See, before this, I think I have a clip here. Okay, let me just go. Okay, yeah, this was it. This was the start of the move. He had the advantage, typical advantage, ahead of this Izzy Bonzoba, the guy from Genk. Good advantage, Suddenly, he was in control. Suddenly, the guy bullied him off the ball. Won the ball cleanly. Before you know it, we're on the back foot. So I just think that when in the World Cup qualifier, when there is no VAR, when you have all these dubious referees, you have to be strong on the ball. You have to do what you can do at that point in time. You are not playing in the Greek league where you have the protection of VAR. You're not playing in the Champions League when you have the protection of VAR. You are playing in the F World Cup qualifiers in Africa. That there's no VAR. The referees are looking for a simple mistake. You want to go and play like this. Come on, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. It was lucky that this actually didn't lead to a goal. It's good. You're gonna be in trouble. You need to be stronger on the ball. Very important. So, and that's again, I showed you a clip about this again, putting pressure on Razak Simpson. I think this is like a game to forget for Razak Simpson. He had the game, horrible game, a game to forget for him. So, and this has also means opportunity, but I think that one of those things I've done better. I think that's why we're scoring 2 goals in this game. If I'm not actually mistaken. So the same thing again. You can see this boy again with Bruno Imechi. This is can you see? Is ahead of Bonsoba, is controlling the situation. But at this point too, the positioning is very poor. That is my take. The positioning of Bruno Image here is very poor. He had the control of his marker. He got the marker in sight. But suddenly, this happened. This happened. Instead to step out, he want to step out. As he, when he stepped out straight away, he lost the ball. Before you know it, can you see? This is the distance between the two of them. Between the two of them. Against a very tricky winger. Bonzoba is not even that good. Against a very tricky winger, you're going to be in trouble. So, for me, I just think that he had a game to forget. Maybe, probably because the season is over. It's not. The season is over for him. It's not as if he's not really active currently now. Maybe, probably that's one of the reasons why he had this poor game. But for me, overall, I think it's like a game to forget for him. And I understand why I think these people are not playing him. Jose Pacero is not playing. I understand why Eric Shell did not play him, because I think that this part of this game is actually what is lacking, and I think that he needs to actually work. He needs to work on that. If he doesn't work on that, he's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be in trouble. So he's gonna be in trouble. So for me, I just think that that is that for Bruno Image. He's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be in trouble. Oh, my man. Hey, my man has showed up to me again. TC Gogo, my man, just did something for me now. So thank you, TC Gogo. £30. Thank you for your love, guys. TC Gogo always come true for me. Thank you, my man. I was meant to even communicate with you about your concern about Yana Shaw. I want to tell you the reason why I actually was invited. So thank you, TC Gogo. Say I'm happy I didn't waste my time watching this nonsense. Yeah. I'm happy to. I didn't travel down from Manchester to come and watch this. I'll be so disappointed, with this. But the good thing will be to meet people I met before, socialize with them. I say, for me, I think it'll have been very hard for me. So yeah, thank you, Sisi Ugo, for that, for your love. I would like to see you at the end of the program too. If you have time, just join us. Just join us. It's been a long time. So thank you, Sisi Ugo. Guys, there's a dollar sign there. You can also do like a Sisi Ugo. Also contribute. Just support us. Thank you for your love. Thank you. So my brother didn't also say that Smith Bruno did exactly what you have been suspecting, and actually what for a while lack of concentration. Yes, Agu and Odoka are best fullbacks for Nigeria. Yeah, I agree. So thank you, Charles too. Said that as soon as Yana Shaw and Musa came, the whole thing changed. And I think Chukwueze and Ndidi played well. Yeah, I agree with Ndidi. The first 10 minutes was so good. Me, I will tell you the truth. If he did not actually do well, I will tell you the truth. For me, I think he actually did well in the first part of the game, and but towards the end of the game, I think he got tired. That is it. I think he got tired. So that is that. And man, I said that Agu go day bench. Bruno, well now. Yes. So yeah, so you can see that one now. Straight away, we nearly actually were considered from this opportunity. So this was Yana Shaw. For me, it's not about anybody can be offside, but for me, I think it was a poorly timed run. It wasn't under any pressure. It was just there waiting. It wasn't under any pressure. Why can't you time your run very well? It took a long time for Musa to get the ball through. Why can't you just time your run very well? Time your run very well. For me, I think it was actually a very bad decision from him to actually to stay there. Look at it. It was there for so long. Why can't you just why can't you just be patient slightly? You can move back. I don't know. I think sometimes if you have not been playing well for so long, these type of things actually what happens to you. So I won't blame him. So if you want me to take your comments too, just put super chat. It's okay. Don't think that why is Mitlayi taking comments from others and not taking my own comments. Um, just put the super chat there. Put super chat there. Don't worry. I will take your comment. I will respond to your comments directly. Just put super chat there. I'll respond to you. I see some comments here. You know, I would have loved good comments, but it didn't come with super chat, so I'm not gonna take it. Yeah. Yeah. So this was the goal we considered, and that was Sadiq Ismail. See, the issue is this. You know, I like local football. See, some of you here did not even watch the or the what's it called, the sports festival. I watched the sports festival. I watch academic football in Nigeria. If it's like live on YouTube, I watch it. I watch the Empower under 17. I watch local league. I like local league so much. I like it. But the issue is this: we must accept the truth. It's not as if I'm coming here and say I'm against local league. No, no. We want the best for Nigeria. See, Ismail Sadiq has been doing well for the NPFL for how many years now? But some people don't know that it's fine. It's like Ismail Sadiq is not good defensively. It's not good defensively. It's good going forward, but it's not good defensively. It was all over the place. So, and clearly, it's actually what it showed here. You can see when he went to meet that ball, aimless ball. And what happened there, the boy actually what? They won the ball off him. And before you know, you can see two strikers, only Igor Obu. Bruno Yemechi. You know, when Ajayi, I'm not a footballer. I'm not a footballer, but I played it at a younger age. When I see that Ajayi, when you see that Sadiq is out of position, the right center back will look for a way to help Ismail Sadiq. That was what Semi Ajayi did. It was nothing wrong. He will look for a way to help Ismail Sadiq. That is it. And if the Ismail Sadiq, if he's moving there, we got Obu and Bruno Yemechi. They will look for a way to form that same words back to contain the striker. That's what I think. See where Bruno is positioning. See where Bruno is positioning. I also said this thing that in the D, immediately that Bruno, is that Bruno helps in that center back, or your defensive midfield will help to form a back four again, because Ismail Sadiq is out of position. I was expecting Ismail, Ndidi, to try and track this boy called Ashanti, to try and track him, Thomas Ashanti, track him, so he can be able to help Igor Ogu. So you can form Ajayi, Igor Ogu, Ndidi, and Bruno. None of Bruno and Ndidi, they are helping. None of them. The same thing against Zimbabwe. The same thing against Zimbabwe, we considered. Can you see? That's it. He got to a stage that Ndidi gave up. He stopped running again. That was when Ashanti became free. Then before you know it, Ashanti became free. Then that was a very good goal. That was a very good goal. So that was why Igor was complaining that, come on, he was out of position with your arrange. But when Igor was playing on that 20, not 19, he was already went to the World Cup already. So it's difficult to shout on players like that. I know that. But he was out of position, and also what Bruno Oyemich. Not out of position actually, but I think that done better or communicate better with what's it called, with Igor Obu or Semi Ajayi. And Semi Ajayi is a leader in that team too. We'll have looked for a way to tell these guys that, guys, you have to track Ashanti. Tell them not to just go directly and you let everything open. Ashanti is just alone there to actually want to score. So Eric Shell needs to work on that. So it happened in 69 minutes against Zimbabwe. It happened in 98 minutes. So it's just concentration. And I can tell you that there's a common denominator there. I don't want to mention him, but I'm going to put it up now. There's a common denominator here. I don't know, maybe. So you can see that. Oh, look, man, B, thank you. There's a common denominator there, guys. I will take your comments very soon. So I just want to bring out some few things quickly. I want to bring out some few things quickly. Just guys, bear with me. Okay, I think I got it now. So I'll take your comments very soon. You know, Emmanuel, Charles. So I have your comments to take in Charles. Don't worry. So just want to compare. So like you can see, what's it called? Yes, this was the goal considered again. Can you see? There's a circle there. That's the common denominator there. That's what Fred did. But I don't want to blame him too much about it. You know, he's tired already and everything. So that was how we considered. So this was another Bosoba against against Bruno Imechi again. Bosoba against Bruno Imechi. But before I go into that, guys, let me just take some quick comments so I don't lose track. So focus coming from Chas said that as soon as I show, yeah, and I think they played well. So I took that one already. So I agree with you, Chas. So Smilai, how have you been? So I've been good though. It's been a while. Nobody should be rested for now, and we should try another goalkeeper. He's conceding foolish goals. That goal, is it his fault? I don't think so. That is actually what his fault directly. Why just think that he needs to work more on his way he plays from the back and also what communication. I think so. He needs to work more on his communication. It's not about shouting. There's something called effective word communication. You communicate so that somebody else will understand you very well. It's not as if you communicate and you're just shouting. When you're shouting, people will not understand you. So I think that it's going to be rested, I think, probably against Jamaica on Saturday. So thank you, Charles, for that super chat. So you guys keep it coming. Emmanuel said that Nacho had enough time to keep himself on side. Yes, I agree with you, Emmanuel. The guy should join Musa in the MPF. Musa should just retire back. I agree with you, so because at the level Musa cannot run again. One of the major assets that Musa got is his ability to beat his marker with pace. But the pace don't go. And it's not a crime, say the pace don't go. Ronaldo is not as fast as he used to be, when he was playing for United or when he was playing for Juventus or even for Real Madrid when he was playing. But they changed their game. Messi is not as fast as before, but they changed their game because they are so intelligent. I don't think Musa is that smart like them. So, in my own opinion, I just think that it cannot really adjust this game because of that. I don't think it's as smart as them. Yes, Igogu had a good game. So, Lukman, my very good man, said, well done, Smilai. Why Shell invited Musa, Iheanacho, and the home base players? I heard NFL did not force the players on him. Now wondering if Chile Staple weak team. Okay, yeah, let me just tell you. I'm going to address this now. So, because me too, let me just take it one by one. Let me talk about Iheanacho. Me too, I did my research and I called some few people that why do you think Kelechi was actually was there? So, after the World Cup qualifier against Zimbabwe, They brought in Arokodare, which was even against the coach's will, because Arokodare is similar to Victor Osimhen. So they wanted a player that is like, like a player like is like dynamic. Okay, let me put it that way. A dynamic player in that position to complement Victor Osimhen up front. They want a dynamic striker. But they brought in a Crocodile. I don't think you agree with me that it's not really a dynamic player. So, and there was another player on the bench, Victor Boniface. I don't think he did enough in training. I will say it here. I don't think he did enough in training. So I don't think the coach really trusted him that much. That is, according to allegedly. So after the game, the fallout and everything, that okay, we need somebody too that's very dynamic. And they mentioned names. And when they came up with Iheanacho's name, he liked him. I can tell you, yeah, it's not as if they forced him. He likes him. But he knew that he's not in form. So it's okay. How can I see this guy? The best way for me to see this guy is for him to come for this Unity Cup game, this friendlies. Let me see him myself. He's not going to start again for Nigeria. He just want to see exactly, okay, if our plan A is not working, I want to change things around. This guy can offer something now, but he looks out of shape today. So that was it. So it wasn't the NFF that forced Iheanacho Nemo. He picked him by himself. For Musa's case, it's different. The season has finished now in the NPFL, and Musa will likely renew his contract with what's it called? With Kano Pillars. So if Musa end up signing like a 2 years contract or so with Kano Pillars, with option to leave at any point in time, Musa will be eligible to play in the CHAN tournament. You don't know where Musa is going to be going to Tanzania, Uganda, and things. It's going to be part of like a CAF ambassador, because CAF will like to even have Musa in the CHAN tournament, because he's going to promote the CHAN. That, the former AFCON winner is now playing CHAN. Sorry guys, there's no so it's going to help the CHAN team. So, and I think that maybe that one is part of it, but let's be honest ourselves. There's no way you want to call 10 NPFL players without including Musa. How many players did better than Musa in the league last season? How many of them did better than Musa? People are talking about Anas. Why did they call Anas? Anas, first half of the season was so good for Anas, the guy from Nasarawa United. It was so good for him. But Anas was just scoring penalty at the second half of the season. Nothing. He didn't perform well. So going to these tournaments, Anas did not merit to be there, because he had a horrible second part of the season for Plateau United. So I'm just telling you based on what I actually would know. And secondly, too, I had NFF did not force the players on him, so now wondering if he stay put. So for me, I think he knows what he wants to do, and let's just wait for what this guy will actually what will do. This guy knows exactly. See, let me tell you something. He's bringing Fisao Dele Bashiru in. He's bringing Kufanto Suche in. Musa will not be called up in September. You're not sure? Will likely not be called up in September too. So let's leave this cup and just move on. You can see the team he wanted to use against Russia. The guy also knows that he never went anything for Nigeria. If Nigeria should sack him now, he knows that his career is nearly finished. Nigeria is like opportunity for him to do well. I'm talking about Eric Shell. He knows that. If he perform go for Nigeria, he can use that one as like negotiation power and everything to bargain with different people. Okay, I want to coach and things like that. More money and everything. But it's like a lifeline for him. So for me, based on what I investigated, I think the NFL, dictates the players to him. So thank you, Lukman, for that super chat. I like you, my brother. So this was can you see Bruno Imeshi showing him this thing? And see, it was a horrible this thing. You can see it's my Sadiq again. It was ball washing. It was ball washing against what's it called, against Jordan and you, and that nearly actually led to like a second goal. So can you see, nearly that was nearly an equalizer for Nigeria. So yeah, so that was that. For me, did uh, did we solve any problem that we saw against Zimbabwe? Did any problem? Did you solve any problem that we saw against Zimbabwe? Let's try and like see. Maybe we solve any problem from the one we did against Zimbabwe. So for me, problem one, is against Zimbabwe. It was a game against Zimbabwe. Against Zimbabwe, I just think that one of the issues against Zimbabwe was that they was trying to. You can see this guy. This guy was this guy. He tried to play the ball directly from the. They were playing this type of ball against Zimbabwe, but against Ghana today, maybe because Ghana doesn't have the quality. Against Ghana today, we were, against Zimbabwe, we were not putting pressure on them against Zimbabwe. We were not putting pressure on them against Zimbabwe. But when they put pressure on against Ghana today, we're closing down their midfielders in the first half. But against Zimbabwe, we did not do that. So I think that one, we solved that one. In my own opinion, we solved that one. They were not putting pressure. They were playing those balls against Zimbabwe. We're not really putting pressure. But I think that against Ghana today, we were putting pressure their midfield, and they were really in trouble. So against Zimbabwe too, can you see? We're not putting pressure on the ball at all. You can see the way I moved to our position. 4 players not tracking the ball. But today, it was different. With Onyeka on the pitch, with the Didi on the pitch, and Papadania on the pitch, they were able to track those balls. Like this ball now against Zimbabwe. They were just walking past us against Zimbabwe. There was no energy against Zimbabwe. But you can see clearly that that was different. That was different. Today we're putting pressure on them more in today's game. So yeah, trying to pick parties, this was not a problem. But I just think putting that one now was not a problem. So finishing was a problem. It's still a problem because we missed quite a few opportunities today. It's still a problem. Sukweze did not finish this ball. Finishing today is still a problem, because I just think that this has had like 2 opportunities to finish, but I don't think I did enough to do that. So for me, I think finishing is still a problem. It's still a problem. That's why they're trying to bring somebody like Yana in to see that these opportunities like this, can he finish that? Because so when you see Chukwueze here in Eric Shell's head, Yana should be in that position to finish that ball. Can you see? He should be in that position to finish that ball. And I think that I might not like him. I think Yana will finish this ball. He will finish this ball. He will finish it. It might not be, he will finish this ball. He will finish this ball. Nashuke is not finished. So finishing 2, still a problem, Salah finishing finishing clip. So this was in the Jamaican runs, just like he also did, he did in just like he did in the game against Ghana today too. He also made some beautiful runs, just like you can see. Can you see? That was in the against Ghana today. So see another one too popping into again. Can you see? It was the one moving there. You can see it was the one actually was getting inside there. That was so finishing is actually what the problem. I have to be honest with you. And crossing, aimless crossing too. It's also a problem, Onyemeji crossing the ball aimlessly, still a problem. So this cross too, aimless cross too, still a problem. Yeah, another aimless cross too from Brazil Samuel too, still a problem too. Finishing still a problem. So yeah, So this one was in this thing. So finishing to, still a problem. We need to like take our chances when this national water comes. So let me just so did we solve that? I don't think so. So I was pointing to this thing with you earlier that he had what were two guys when he brought him to Tolaro Kodare and Osime. There's nothing he wants to do again. He wants to cross the ball because of the all players they got. If somebody that can play very well, somebody in the mood of like Martins, we don't have Martins again. Somebody in the mood of like Ikechukwu Uche, we don't have them again. That'd be something different. But when they brought in Tolu against Zimbabwe and Osime against Zimbabwe, it's to cross the ball. There's nothing else again. It's to cross the ball. So he's looking for something different. That's the reason why I call Yanacho. But I don't think that Yanacho really covered himself with glory today. I think he flopped. Flopped. So I'm going to put in the link here. So guys, if you want to contribute, please make it snappy so I won't spend too much time in here. I already came late because I had to be on Umbrella's live earlier. So the link is in the comment section and you can call me. Please make it snappy. I will do like IoT. I will play music too if you take too long. If nobody's contributing to, I will end it very soon. So have we solved any problem for me? Part of the problem I want to solve is this: bring Yanshaw in to see maybe you can avoid situations like this. When you become too predictable, you want to cross the ball, they don't want to cross the ball to do this, they don't want to do all those things. No, it can give us what different options. So I think this was like good, just to move the players around and yeah. So for me, I think did we solve any problem? I don't think we solved a lot of problems, and I don't think we created problems. So guys, I'll talk about this one later, maybe probably after, maybe by Friday, it's going to be out. I can tell you that these 3 points have been deducted. It's just going to be it's going to be official very soon. Please, I can see Zizo joining. I think it's the first time you're going to be joining. Uche, the lighting is clear. So Uche, lighting is clear. But Zizo, can you put your light on, please? So that the way we are from Ghana. So let me bring Uche. So Zizo, please put your lighting on so we can. So thank you, Uche. Uche, yes. Thank you, as usual. Yeah, know that we are a richest gang. So Uche, what's your impression about the games and what is positive from that game? So Zizo, when you are ready, just give me a chat when you are ready, Zizo, please. I'll bring you on. Just get your light on, please, Zizo. Yeah.
For my observation of the game, because I was at work. Okay. I just need to let me just peep through and keep watching. So quick one. Is Sadiq Ismaila. He has few qualities that he can cross the ball, but he does not know how to defend properly.
Yeah.
They keep beating him. Like Ayu was just having fun with him, and I didn't like it. Like even the second goal he almost scored. Like he just saw how easy he was able to just push him away and do what he wanted to do. I don't understand like the motive in regards to bringing the home base on. It's more like because of the timing.
Sorry, sorry quickly. I want to give my very good friend a shout out. Amo, my very good friend. Thanks for your love. I really appreciate you now. Thank you very much for that super chat. So I don't know why I didn't say thank you, Amo, for that super chat. Continue, sorry.
Yeah, so I don't like maybe because of the timing, but I feel like they shouldn't be like they still have work to do. Like we can see, like even the commentator made one statement. It was like, "Who does that kind of tackling in
25?"
When he said that, I was like, "Wow!" So that means football education in Nigeria is down. He's down. You still see journalists in Nigeria saying, "Oh, put them." But it's so glaring. Like when the guy made that statement, I was like, "Wow." And Wabali, I don't know. Like I think Okoye needs to be coming on. I know he played a game. I know he had to recover.
Yes.
But Wabali is too comfortable. It's too comfortable. It's like, okay, they go choose me. See that pass he did, like, and he was still blaming Ndidi. I'm like, bro, it's your fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're pushing the blame on somebody. So indeed, he was asking him, really, is it me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those little things, like, and again, the second half we lost the plot. Like
Yeah.
they start
Even
pressuring us.
the
There was no
changes
one.
was horrible. Not
Yeah,
horrible. I will also shows you. You think that this situation, there's opportunity for him to pass to.
yeah, pass to left or right. Left or right, like Baba just push the ball that side. This guy is okay. Like even if anything happened, this guy the guy on the left will play the ball
Yeah.
outside the throwing
Yeah.
for safety.
So sorry, let me just say after this question quickly from John James. So there's been update about Okonkwo. The paper is not ready. So there's been update about him. The paper is not ready. I think as soon as he got his paper sorted quickly, it's gonna be Super Eagles.
Okay. Yeah, so like Maduka needs to like start help us, I beg, so that we fit meanwhile be number two because against big teams.
But it wasn't okay. Do you see that the coach don't call him against Russia?
Yeah, like he needs to try other goalkeepers, like because he's too comfortable, his decision making. Sometimes just lay the pass immediately. You wait, caress the ball. I'm like, what time are you killing? When the game you have 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So that one aside, I feel like we still need more bodies in the midfield. I don't know what Crisanto Suche in the distance squad yet.
He came late. He came so late. So I think he couldn't train with the team this morning. So he was sleeping. So
Okay.
they have to excuse him. Magical Koya alongside Todaro Kodare. They'll be playing against Jamaica probably on Sunday.
Okay. That's better. Like what's the name? I feel like in the midfield we're flat-footed. Very flat-footed. Like we had like three not like three defensive midfielders basically. That's what we're playing.
Yeah.
No box-to-box midfielder. Like sorry to say, Papa Danes. What they're saying is doing all those skills like when they try, both sides is slow, his decision making is just like I'm wondering. I'm like, so is this the guy they're saying is the J.J. Okocha of PFL?
Yeah.
I feel like even Savior, what's his name? Isaac Savior would have done a better job.
Yes.
Would have done it because I know that one runs a lot. That one carries
Yeah.
so he would have done a better job. Like I feel like next time they want to play that, they should bring in the city, then either Savior beside him and another person, not playing. I feel see the one that Oyeka was with. He ran with the ball.
Yeah.
The ball and I'm like, where are you going to? Where are you going to? And the field is, and that's your you won't say the field is bad because that's Brentford. So,
Yeah.
So like
the pitch is good. There's no excuse time around. The pitch is good and everything. Yeah.
Right now we know that Musa cannot. They should not call Musa again. Musa. This is the last time they should put Musa on the roster.
Yeah. I just think that Musa needs to take the battle too. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's just there's no two ways around it.
It's so sad to see the decline of Musa because it was so good, during his
2014,
2018,
2013.
See this decline.
So I feel like he needs to just
himself
from the stage now because a lot of people keep on complaining because he's slow.
Yes,
he's slow for the game.
So, yeah.
I feel like for Iheanacho can still just a little, like he can offer a little bit.
Yes. Just maybe towards the end of the game and everything.
And whenever you're putting him in the field, you have to make sure there are runners around him so that he doesn't do the job of he cannot defend. If he's picking up the passes behind the striker,
that's right.
Yeah.
You can see the pass just as today.
Yeah, see that pass. Oh, that pass was. I was like, yeah, he's the only one that can lead that pass.
I can lead that pass. That's it. So for me, I it's not as if I'm a very big fan of him. I like players that can run, but it's just that he don't pass his time. I'm talking about. But the coach, I don't like to see
2018. In actual 2018.
Yes, now nobody mentioned. I'm going to say it here now. NFF did not impose an adjo on him. I'm saying it here. Did not impose. Say he wants to see the boy along with the local boys in this Unity Cup game. He's not calling the boy for World Cup qualifier. Oh. He knows the boy is in a big problem. He doesn't have club. They don't want him everywhere. Just want to see him because he said that he likes the way he said he has been watching the guy. When he played for Leicester City, he has been tracking him. He likes the way he moves with the ball. That's what he said. He said he's dynamic. He's intelligent. He can shoot outside. Part of the thing that our team was really lacking badly is that nobody can even shoot the ball. Yeah. So when I saw Ndidi shoot the ball left foot today, so weak shots, very weak shots.
But you see that one that was offside. See where Iheanacho placed it.
Yes, so look at where he placed it. Look at where he placed it.
So a good finisher, like
yes, he's trying different things. That okay, this team need to look for a way to score goals. You cannot dominate teams and you don't score goals. And I think that the only problem he solved today is that in the first half, he put pressure on Ghana in the midfield.
Yeah.
They weren't putting pressure on Ghana against Zimbabwe. Against Zimbabwe. So he did that one today. I appreciate that. So then also, let's hear from you. Don't go there.
My brother, there was something you said earlier when I was watching. What problem did we really solve? That was a big question. Okay. I see what you said is true. They did put pressure. There was a different Nigeria from the first half was completely different from the second half.
Yeah.
And the introduction of Iheanacho and Musa completely underline the concern of every patriotic Nigerian had about their invitation.
Yes.
The game completely got out of our hands. Immediately, I was watching Musa. He was jogging.
Yeah.
I was watching Iheanacho. The same problem that has been going on. He was jogging. Smith, that goal that we conceded, you might point finger to Sadiq, you might point finger to Ajayi, but I usually work this source.
On the back sequence of
the source of the goal is usually where the problem is. Don't look at the last scene. Look at the beginning. Beginning tells you where the lapses are. The lapses were from Musa and Iheanacho. I was watching. I'm like saying on the television, pursue the guy. Nobody. They were jogging, and the guy just ran through them. And the next thing, Sadiq is playing a catch up. Ajayi leaves. The guy. Okay, this is why Super Eagles needs a huge revamp. Say Ajayi just showed us how rusty he is and how he has lapses in reading a game. An experienced defender, correct me, anybody watching this?
Yeah.
An experienced defender, the distance from the guy that crossed that ball, remember that distance? Seyi Ajayi should hold his ground. That is what a real defender do. If you're the commander, I play this game, for goodness sake. Hold your ground. You are the source of holding of that play. Immediately he left there, that place opened up. Look at that distance. Look at how far. Allow the person behind you to put pressure and let the guy cross the ball. Allow the person behind.
But this was the sequence of play. Immediately Sadiq, I put the name there, was out of position.
Yes,
look at Ajayi was anticipating that, oh, come on, I need to go and block that shot from coming back.
No, Ajayi should be running vertical, not towards the ball. Ajayi should be running vertical. Immediately he left and running diagonal to go cover that ball. That Ghanaian player is a professional. He knows there's a gap. Yes, the central defender has left their position. That's what you should do. Put the ball at the middle.
So, but there's also, you have played this game before. In situations too, when your right back is in trouble, one of the center defender will look for a way to go and help.
When you are leaving to help, look at when you're leaving to help, there should be a synchrony.
Uh-huh.
While you're moving vertical,
Uh-huh.
your left side center back should be moving vertical. But Igor Obu showed a rookie inexperience there. And
Yes.
then you're looking at Onyemeshi.
Yes.
The arrow you drew is
Mm-hmm.
the solution to preventing this goal. If
Yes.
all of them were moving in synchrony,
Yeah. Yeah.
then you have a perfect cover.
Yeah.
But there was no, that synchrony was not there.
Mm-hmm.
That was why the gap Asante had.
Yeah.
Because the Ghana guy knows that there is one left central defender there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he crossed right away. He was still far away from the ball. Look at that distance,
Mm-hmm.
Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that distance. That guy would not have crossed that ball.
So
Guy would have brought that ball into the box, and Sadiq would have caught up to him.
Do you think that when in this sequence of play, this Ogu, it should be covering Ashanti and telling Onyemechi to cover Jordan?
That is the right thing to do. But you have an inexperienced
two of them were
central
blocking
defender.
Jordan. Two of them were blocking Jordan, and
two of them are blocking one player. They converged into one player and completely left Asante wide open. And you having the jogging to the back to come on. This was a goal.
For me, I just think that what you have to know basically is that this team, we have to know that this guy Wilfred cannot give us 90 minutes all the time.
Never. The guy cannot. I think Wilfred is just best suited for the first 45 minutes. Take him off, because what I've noticed,
15 minutes of the second half and take him off.
Take him off.
Yeah.
Because the reality is that he has showed us over and over and over for the past 5-6 years that he commits errors that leads to goals when the game gets towards the dying stages of the game.
Yeah. So
and players commit foul in order to cover up their lapses of inability to run or catch up or tiredness.
Yeah. That's why I asked this question. Will you start him or you will bring him in?
The next game, I will start him. The reason I will start him is that you need that experience, because that experience was there in the first half. That experience was there in the first half. And that guy that wears that 24 that came in, or something like that, that guy is a very good player. That guy is a very good player. Is it who was wearing that 24?
The short guy is Isaac Xavier.
That guy is a good player. Isaac Xavier is a good player. I will start Onyeka. Onyeka ran out of gas. And the one thing you have to understand is that we've watched Onyeka for many years. I've never seen him run out of energy there at the point he was substituted. What that tells me is that he is overstretching himself. And what is the question then comes? Why is he overstretching himself?
Because the what is his name, Papa Daniel was trolling now. He wasn't running.
Papa Daniel was inexperienced. Yeah. He has the energy, but a lot of time he tackles, he fouls.
Yeah.
But Ndidi, where was Ndidi?
So now
why he ran out of energy there.
Yeah. So now we're trying to. I don't want to take it too long because we still don't have on Friday. So I'm going to ask each of these questions now because there's this. I've been campaigning from the NFF president, Ibrahim Gusso, campaign from some social media warriors on Twitter that majority of our players now I hope that the Falcons game against Cameroon does not turn out like this because they want to also use home based players too. So now I want to ask this question, Kushe. Now, do you think based on this performance today, it buries that narrative that
It
home
varies. See, right from
It
time, right from time.
exposes them,
See,
Smith.
they are not. See,
It exposes a lot.
mm-hmm.
immediately the commentator made that statement.
Yeah,
Like you cannot tackle like that in 2025.
25.
That made me understand. Okay, I can see why.
The Sadiq tackle.
Yeah, I can see why whenever he goes out for trial, he's not making it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
cannot
yeah, yeah.
that type of tackle can easily get you a red card.
Red card.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the people
So,
who want to
uh,
carry to
so let me just
AFCON.
take let me just take comments from one of our gifters. So, uh, somebody said that Musa is Agbaya. It means that it's just good for nothing. I don't want to go that scenario. So, it might say that Mwabali won't start for us at the AFCON. I'm sensing that.
100%.
Yes.
I'm sensing
100%.
Yes.
that they are preparing
100%.
document for this
Did
boy.
you see that error he made, Smith?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see that level of lack of concentration? The guy
Uh-huh.
the way he's playing the ball out from the post. So many times he made about four of them. Four
You
in
heard
a
what the
match.
commentator
Yeah.
you
Four
heard what
in
the
a
commentator
match.
said. The commentator
Mm-hmm.
said the person that gave us the peak entertainment, the peak at the top of the person that gave us the best entertainment was Wabali because of that mistake he made.
Hmm. So let me just continue with the comment quickly. So that people can. So
Madukoke is our number one.
eh?
Madukoke
So let me just say
is
something.
our number one.
Otto Conco.
Otto Okonkwo
Yeah.
is our number two. And Goodwill,
Mm-hmm.
Goodman is a very good goalkeeper that deserves to fight for that number three and number
Mm-hmm.
four with Mwabale.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me just take this comment quickly. Don't think we should invite Anthony Dennis. For me, I think Dennis need to play in a much tougher league, not Turkey league. Invited Ibrahim Olawoyi play in
Yeah.
Turkey, and
Mm-hmm.
he's disappointed. See, let me just say something. In this life, you have to choose your battles. Now we say this thing. Finidi George fell into this trap, inviting players from the local league against in a crucial World Cup qualifier against Benin
Mm-hmm.
Republic. You can see from that time he lost his job because of all these Twitter warriors pushing him to
Yeah.
invite those players. It cost him his job. Now, can you see the level against a Ghanaian team? Look at what they are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Emmanuel said that Emmanuel said that's a very strong company. Okay. So, Monso quickly, someone saw, sorry. Monso said that Ahmed Musa scored against. Okay, he left. Okay, I forgot somebody a caller in here. So, guys, if you want to join, just join quickly, please. I'm going to close in like next 5 minutes. Just join quickly. Let me put you on. So, people join the left, join. Just, when you join, don't worry, I'll put you on. Just wait. So, Monso said that Musa
Smith, did
scored
you
against.
see the goalkeeper for the Falcon, the one from home base? Did you see that? Honestly, I'm like, is this a footballer? She couldn't even run.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't even complete the fitness. You go and look at the YouTube where they were jogging.
Mm-hmm.
You will be screaming. Is
Yeah.
this a professional player?
Mm-hmm. You're talking about Linda Jiwako.
No, not Jiwako, the other one.
The Nasarawa, yeah, okay, I know. Okay, I know.
Go
I know.
and look at it yourself.
Against Algeria, it contended against Algeria.
My problem with the NFF is like, do they want to compete or do they want to just more like shame us
Pay
out?
to play.
Mm-hmm.
Pay to play.
But it's not going to. We are losing money. Like if
Mm-hmm.
we are losing money. Competition, when you go to competition, Every stage you get to, there's a money for it, right? So if you're going to, I know the back in the days in World Cup, if you qualify, you get some money. When you get to every round, you also get some money. So are
So
they?
where is 2018 World Cup qualification money? The one that disappeared.
But at least let them make sure that they qualify for the competition so that they can get the money with the best
But the
talent.
money disappeared. Did it gonna go into our football?
So, so let me just bring one person actually work on so that we're gonna just wrap it up. I just want so quickly. Mr. Samuel Akpan, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, can you hear me too?
Yeah, I can hear you too. So your contributions quickly, yeah. Thanks for
Yeah,
that.
so
Are you a first timer? Are you a first timer? We can't
can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
We can hear you, but it's like yes.
Oh, he is still on YouTube. Mute your YouTube.
Yeah, you can reach your YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
How do I do that now?
Just okay. I think you are fine now. Just continue. Just say your I think you are fine now. Just say, Mr. Collins, I'll bring you on very soon now. Just let me hear from Mr. Samuel Akpan quickly. So, Mr. Samuel, can you hear me?
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
can hear you. Can you hear me too?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yes. So I think my challenge with the game was that for Eric Chell, there are still patterns in the three games. Towards the end of the game, the last 20 minutes, 15 minutes, we are always panting. We are always, it's very clear that Ndidi is always tired. Once you lose the engine room of the midfield, it's the same pattern. If we gave Ghana some more time, they would have scored, just like the last couple of games that we played. I think it's the same thing from beyond from maybe from a Guavon time or thereabout, but the ending. And I think I also saw those flaws in him when he was in Mali. That game management. I think we can do better in that aspect. I go with every other thing you say, but I say for Chile, he needs those knocks because I was looking at him when he saw that the midfield is almost collapsing, they were overrunning us. He didn't do anything about it.
His substitutions should have been a lot earlier.
Okay. Let me just say something, Mr. Samuel. When we were being overrun by the Ghanaians, he brought out our most experienced defender, Semeja, for Ifeanyi Buji, to tell you that he does not even care about the game. He wants to see these guys in this situation. That is it. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? It's not as if he's trying to defend.
I almost cried.
He didn't care about the game. He just wants to let's see these guys in this condition, these tense conditions, and it's just like that, And I think that if he could get what he wants, he really wants someone that can play the way he plays. He really wants someone that can do that same job. So Uche will be there, Onyedika will be there, against Russia. We will see exactly those guys who actually what will do. But in my own opinion, I don't think it's wrong substitution. I just think is that he wants to see the local boys play. Let me tell you something. This is the game they can play. Against Jamaica, they might not have that chance to play that game. Against Russia, they're not being called up. So this is their tournament. It just makes some players with distance and so on to come and play this game with them. This is not meant to be even played by distance because this is it's not FIFA window. It's not FIFA
I'm
window.
talking about handling pressure towards the end of the game. We could have easily drew this match.
Yeah, and that is
There's no draw. You could have easily lost the game.
Lost the game. He said that he brought in some players that
This is a win or go home.
He brought in some players. In terms of handling pressure, he brought in some players that should have helped me to do those jobs. But the issue is this: none of them can take the ball under pressure. Let's be honest. See, we don't have Mikel again.
Okay.
And I don't think we're going to have Mikel in that many years' time.
Yeah, this is
Mikel is somebody that normally close the game. And it can never be Mikel. You know that now? Mikel will close the game, will take the ball under pressure, will relieve, will take you forward. There's a way Mikel handles the ball to close these games. But we don't have Mikel again. And that's the reason why the team is going to be like this. I hope he finds a solution. He wanted a box-to-box midfielder that can play, under pressure and everything. But the issue is this: part of it, that problem is not solved today. Because one, Onyeka did well, but he got gassed out towards the end.
Yeah,
He got
yeah.
gassed out towards the end. And secondly, too, Onyeka,
He's a defensive midfielder.
yeah, Onyeka is not someone that you can rely on to like dictate the pace of the game,
He
and
can't use the ball. He can't use the ball.
He
he can't
can
use
use
the
the
ball.
ball. We know
He can't use
that.
the ball.
He
He
can
can't
use
use
the
the ball
ball.
well. He can't use the ball well. So I just hope that against Jamaica, we're in the final against Jamaica. Let's see exactly what's going to happen. I'm happy that we play Jamaica, not Tobago. And that good test because I can see that they call some Premier League players in there. Let's see exactly how it's
And
going
they
to
play
play.
really fast. They play
Really
really
fast, really
fast.
fast.
So
Yeah,
this team then have to be on top of their game against Jamaica.
yeah.
This Jamaica team, I was surprised without the big names. Are really a very cohesive unit. That tells me that this team has been playing together for a while.
Sorry, Smith. Sorry, Smith. Like,
Yeah.
I want to ask: is it that we don't have a replacement for Ndidi?
I don't think we have it now.
Ah,
Somebody said that. Sorry, I let your comment. Somebody said that our coach lack game management. Okay, let me just tell you something. Against Zimbabwe, that you don't know how to score again. That opportunity were being missed and everything. But he brought those changes. He changed it around to get that goal for Victor Osimhen. You cannot say that. South Africa was Mali during the AFCON. South Africa took Mali to the cleaners in the first half. Just two substitutions by Eric Shell, second half. It's like South Africa died in that game. He killed them totally. So sometimes things happens. For example, now, if just Elcom just stretch one leg against Zimbabwe, do you think we're talking about managing well? If there was a player that did not play to instruction, I'm not mentioning his name here. They told him to do something against Zimbabwe. He did something differently. That's why he's laughing. They gave go and do something.
I know who it
And
is.
do something differently. And the coach was like, what is going on? Put pressure. It was working. Somebody that just played 2 minutes.
Mhm.
that's Boniface. Say it. Say it. Nothing will
That's
happen.
correct. I know, allegedly. So thank you, Mr. Sonny Akwan, for joining. I want to bring Collins on the wrap it up. Thank you. Hopefully we'll
Thank you
see
so
more
much.
of you. Yeah, thank you.
So, Smith, what do you think about Isaac Savior?
Good player. I just think that he needs more minutes.
He needs more
So,
minutes.
yeah, let me hear from Mr. Collins, so we wrap it up. Mr. Collins, let me hear from you.
Good evening from Germany, Freiburg.
Yo, good evening to you. How is
Yeah,
Noah Tobolo there?
That's
I
totally, yeah.
very
Yeah.
fine, very fine. The guy doesn't want to play for us anyway.
That's
Well,
true.
I think we are okay with the keepers at the moment. They are not that bad. One Bali do mistakes, but I still like his confidence, because we have never had those kind of keeper that we imagine in our history. Even Iyama was still at that stage at the early time, when he was with the Super Eagles. But I think Wambali still brings the confidence. You can imagine the save he made that last minute. That one was a good one. But my take on the play in general is the midfield. I think we lack players, ballers, and this have a lot to do with our selection. That is where I respect coaches like Siasia, uh, even Stephen Keshi, late Stephen Keshi. These are coaches that look at ballers. It's not by physicality or by clubs. If you don't have technical players, no matter even in this, it's not that somebody like Ndidi will always get tired when the opponent is holding too much on the ball and we cannot take the ball from them. It's natural. When you are running and there's nobody, even when we have the ball, they are not making use of it. Everybody will be tired. Because if you look at Ndidi, I don't think PK as a person, apart from technicality, I don't think he's more fit or stronger than Ndidi if you have to stage them at the time Piqué was playing in Barcelona. So it has a lot to do with possessing the ball. And we missed Iwobi. A lot of people don't understand the quality of Iwobi. Whenever Iwobi is not playing for the Super Eagles, there is always, we suffer because that technical ability of his, we don't have anybody like him. Even I doubt if Mikel was that as effective as Iwobi, because Iwobi as a midfielder is very good in, apart from his ball sense, he can beat players when you don't even notice. He can just, his movements can take two players off, and people don't notice it because it's not the type that come and show his leg before he beats players, you know. But we missed him. If you look at the game we lost in Benin Republic, immediately Finidi took him out. We lost totally. Despite people hyping the other Onyedika, he is not as effective as we are hyping the young boy. You know, he's still growing. It happened again against Zimbabwe when he took him out.
When the people will be out.
Yeah. Every time Iwobi didn't play with Guavon, and we lost out. I think we left that Nations Cup in the 6th round.
Yeah.
He was not playing. That was why we were lacking a lot of things in that Nations Cup, and that thing went on to affect us in the qualifiers to the World Cup because we didn't have Iwobi. You know, Iwobi is a very big quality. If you look at 2019 Nations Cup without Mikel, Iwobi was able to power us till the semi-final, and even we took bronze. You know, so that quality is not something that we always joke about. He's one of the best midfielders the Super Eagles have ever had. If you look at his goals already, that guy have 11 goals for the Super Eagles. Go and check. So the last time you guys were making rankings for midfielders, I was surprised when you put Ndidi ahead of a midfielder who have 11 goals, even more than the midfielders you people put in goals, you know. But that's for another. So we need that quality all the time, and we need to look at the guy Mr. Denoso mentioned, that short guy as Xavier. So that guy technically is very good. Is because the reason why we are lacking now is we don't have a table anymore. A table built that Onazi that we missed. There's this type of super midfield that we always need. When we don't have them, we will suffer. We suffered in, if you remember the tournament in Ghana 2008, we didn't have quality midfielder. We just have Ayila, this Senegalese guy.
He Dixon too.
2008, yeah.
2008, in Ghana, yeah.
We had these physical men like the ones we have now, and we don't move forward. It's not our football. It can work for Senegal or Mali, but for the Super Eagles, we need ballers. We need people who can spread, close their eyes, and spread passes.
Ball jugglers.
Thank you.
I'm surprised that the midfield ranking. Smith, did you guys ever mention Waski Pele, Samuel Kwaraji?
No, I just try to say forward player. I think so. I think it was forward player. Was it player? I think we mentioned that.
Okaraji was one of the best technical midfielder that has ever won.
I think we put him in Super Eagles category or so. So I remember we
ran somewhere there, you know. Yeah. So when you look at this category we have now, we don't have the quality that can really play the kind of game he's trying to play, unless he look beyond. Because imagine this boy that is playing in America right now. Is this Cincinnati? It was in the Flying Eagles before. This, for me, these are quality midfielders.
The guy these are baller.
Yeah, these are ballers. You need to bring them back. Even the young boy, the guy Azubuike, these are ballers. Azubuike was
Azubuike's time has So I think
It should have been a
Azubike,
long. Nwobodo might be able to still
so
do something, but
something.
I
But
can't think
I think
on it.
Nwobodo too, when he was in Turkey, I think he had the chance to move to Europe. So big boys wanted him to, because he was playing, players like that. It reminds me of like, maybe that's like Obidan Wako. Is it Obiora Wako? Like, is it Obiora Wako?
Yeah,
One player, you play for Inter Milan. Very clean
Yeah,
player on the ball.
yes.
This guy, Olufemi that used to play for Boavista then, we add this type of players, key midfielders that can,
Mikel
set to the
Arjo.
game, but
yeah,
the guy went to America now. They are
yeah.
just Miami.
If you see the way Azubike handled the Olympic team, even when Mikel was there, Mikel could not take that midfield from him. Even if you remember, it was his injury that led to Germany defeating us in the semi-final. You know, this guy, despite, because the Europeans can deceive us sometimes by deciding who we put in our midfield. If they don't play them, we consider them not good enough. But this midfield, we have to always watch, be very careful with it, because this
That's
is where
true.
our
That is true.
Yes. So guys, just permit me. People are saying that why is Pisagi laughing? Why am I showing my own 32? I'm laughing. It's because I have someone that I'm always like
A runaway soldier.
I know I'm always happy to see Mr.
You have a
K
runaway
Baba
soldier.
of complete communications, and thank you for joining. Honestly,
Thank you, my brother.
thank you for sure joining.
Thank you,
So,
thank you, thank you.
I was meant to end this, but when I saw came back here, I thought, is it came back 2 or what? It's your face, so I have to ask you what get from you.
Yeah.
But Mr. Collins,
Thank
because
you.
I like your take. Please see hold on, Mr. Collins, but let me just hear from K Baba.
all right.
Any comments?
Thank you very much. It's been a while. I like the thread of the conversation. I was enjoying it in the background. I'm like, no, let me at least let the masquerade come down so that I will also chip in. To be honest, I like the quality of the discussion. It shows that guys, everybody here knows what they are talking about.
Yeah.
Watch football is another thing to know football. Yes. So I appreciate what everyone has said, and I'll just say it's something we said to me like we don't have the strongest team in the world at the moment, but we have a team that has consistency issues. When the Super Eagles file out, the quality is not in doubt. The team that has Osimhen, has Lookman, has Ndidi, has all of these players does not lack quality. What is consistency? And that consistency was always played in the game against Ghana. You saw the way they played in the first half, and then they jumped the bar in the second half. Same thing, you will see them play very well. Look at the way Rwanda in the World Cup qualifiers, and then when they came back home, they were like almost unrecognizable.
So I think Garaba's internet is acting up slightly, and I was really enjoying this conversation because I won't lie to you, it came up because of Mr. Collins' submission. Because you were going somewhere, and a lot of people I can see actually what enjoying that conversation. I know it came up because of the type of, because this is like what we don't even think of on a regular basis. So, okay, Mr. Collins, let me just ask you, this question. You mentioned AFCON 2008.
Mm-hmm.
That was the AFCON of, what is it called? Betty Votes.
Yeah.
He dropped a Yama for Ejide, a German goalkeeper. He wants a tall, dominating goalkeeper, he brought in some players that were not used to, he brought in like big players that are not used to. Do you think that this identity thing, if a coach did not align his identity with Nigeria, the coach could fail? Do you think so? That, or a coach can input his own identity on our national team and it's going to work. Let me get okay, Baba. I think you have
Yeah.
it. I think internet is okay, but it's not really. Okay, you
Uh,
can ask this one.
okay. I think somehow, if the coach is very sure of what they are doing, for example, the P0 idea for the last AFCON was the solution to us reaching that point. What
Yes.
he did is that, sometimes football is like a card. He should have just changed the idea at the final match, knowing very well that the other teams, especially when he has met Cote d'Ivoire before, playing them again, he should have changed something against them because he should know that that formation will not work again. But taking us to that final with that formation, it shows that he knew what he was doing, and that was the solution at that point. Because without Ndidi in that team, there's no number 3 midfielder that would have made it that strong. So he found that solution of three. I think it was 3-4-2, 3-4-3. And sometimes should have just maybe 3-5-2 would have been better in that final. Yeah, it do work, but Nigeria as a country, we are used to possessive football, just like Spain and Italy. That's our kind of football. So if a coach want to do with that kind of football, the selection, the player that you are scouting, it matters. My respect for coaches starts from even in clubs, the players that you buy, the players that you scout. It shows that this is what you want to play. It's not really by what the Europeans are giving us by club standard, and we just pick from there. You have to be creative in your own to be able to create that synergy that you want, because that's how Westerhoff did it. You have to bring in your own idea with your quality player. If you want us to play possessive football, you need possessive footballers too. You cannot force somebody like Onyeka to play like Obodo, for example. It's different quality. You have to look for somebody similar, and they have time. In cases of Pezero had time, and the other man, Raw, had a long time too. But they stick to picking the same people, picking them. You cannot football is a character. You cannot just change it overnight unless you have a new strategy, which I respect Pezero. He was able to create a strategy which answered the question like, if you really know what you want to do, you can really do it.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I think you have
Yeah,
said.
Mr. Collins, you are right. On Smith's question, uh, I do not really. I've seen teams change formations and won World Cups with it. Brazil changed formation and won 2002. Italy changed formation and won 2006. Okay?
Yeah,
So, a coach to be successful, you have to have, yeah, it's understandable to have your philosophy and ideas, but when you
mm-hmm.
come into a team, being it a club side or a national team, you have
Mm-hmm.
to study the players you have at your disposal. The
Yeah,
players you have as a collective unit
mm-hmm.
will help you build the team that you envision, and you are at the back of your mind have a plan B because you are playing against
Uh,
very intelligent coaches and players. You
yeah,
have to be able to switch things off. That is the point about that finals against Ivory Coast. I even drew up formation and sent to Smith and sent
yeah,
also to Adedaton that this lineup should change unless we are
mm-hmm.
going to lose this final. And
Yeah.
the same thing happened. The
Happened. Yeah,
lineup should have been changed. You don't expect a team that you've beaten before that almost went out of the
yeah,
competition and you bring the same lineup back
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
Osiro did great by changing to three-man defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As it stands currently right now, playing in a two-man defense is a complete no-no.
no, yeah,
He's not comfortable doing that. So you
And
have to build a team that can sustain a two-man defense, or you go back to three-man defense.
yeah, so let me just, because finally I'll try to get Kiwa in, but I think he's having issues in the network. So I just want to round up by say this thing. I understand Mr. Collins' position, understands your position and so, but the issue is this: sometimes the players we produce back then, they can meet up with what is required, in football then. And with due respect to Igor Obu, it's like Taribo West. Taribo West is not like Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos don't advance past Taribo West. Similar, but it's like a modernized Taribo West. So the requirement is different. I just hope that we can actually change it around. Yeah. So,
Sorry, I wanted to ask a question. What about this young guy, Abel Oguche, the guy in the Flying Eagles?
Flying
That
Eagles,
that
Oguche, yes.
that central defender who is in Sweden, I think.
Yeah,
Because sometimes we are taking a long time to bring these boys in.
No,
that's another problem. These Eagles have never done this before. We used to see Flying coming in very fast. This time around, it will take 5 years, 6 years interval.
The boy is edition 2 in Sweden. The boy, with due respect, did not develop. Even his defensive partner, Benjamin Fredericks, is not developing at the
Benjamin Frederick.
Well. So you mentioned before that time we had Onika Apam playing for Nice FC in France. We know he's ready. We had Diladele playing for Sparta Rotterdam in Holland. We know he's ready. We had Taiwo playing for Olympique de Marseille in France. We know he's ready.
Yeah.
One of these guys cannot even get a game time in Georgia. Cannot even get game time anywhere. So
I think our agents need to do better on these boys.
No,
because
the quality of player we put. Let me give you a story before I actually would go. There was a player that was going to be part of this under 20 team. The player is a ball playing central defender, but the coach does not like a ball playing central defender. He likes shoot. We don't clear the ball anywhere. Where did they do that again? Clear the ball. If you see him for post, clear him. Why did you do that again? Yeah. So if you are a modern defender and this coach is your coach, he will not select you. He will not select you. I saw the players' clips. I was like, the player was the man of the match, but they didn't select the player because they want bulky players that will just clear. If you see defender, clear everything together. That's why you see that we don't focus on talent. We just focus on winning. So that type of player now should get opportunity with this at 20, but he didn't get that opportunity. How will the player get exposed? The player I'm talking about now might be going to, is he Salzburg or so? I'm talking about, you see him, Salzburg or so. He's been scouted. So these guys, we should see them at 20, but they are taking different routes. Why? How come most of these players you see now, they don't even pass through our age grade system? Or we see them abroad from academy. They're already doing well.
Yeah.
So the issue of age grade we could forget them in Nigeria.
It is gone. Gusau has already pretty much
yeah. Can you hear us now? Because already can you hear us?
Yes, I can. I'm still following. I'm still following you.
Okay. Just yeah, about to wrap it up. I just want to hear from your own angle before we wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I was actually much more interested in the Super Eagles game, although we cannot take away football development. But you see, the difference between now and a few years ago is that the factory from which we produce players has knocked down. That factory is no longer there. It has knocked down. It has, in fact, the pipes have been broken. That's the truth. So anybody who is thinking that there will be a youth, whatever, do you know that I just saw the fixtures for the Under-17 World Cup, and I'm like, even when there were only 2 representatives from Africa, Nigeria was always one of them. The year that we have like almost a dozen representatives was the year Nigeria chose not to qualify. That's how low we have come. You understand? So, and for me, it is because the proper things are left undone. We focus too much on winning at the expense of development. Like you said, players pop up in Europe. Don't know how many of them don't care. That proper structure. That structure is what we lack. Let me tell you the truth. Every player that ideas the Nigerian team does not mean he owes us anything. Let's be honest with ourselves. But when these players, because they also is a symbiotic relationship, they also want fame, and they know that the fame comes from playing national team football. That's the only reason why they choose to play for us. But if you have not given anything, it is wrong. It is even a sin to expect something from where you have not planted. How would you want to reap there? That's what we've been doing. Now,
it seems like you, Baba. So
So
guys,
my brothers, Collins, you said that we don't produce those type of defenders as in the past.
yeah,
I think we have them in foreign-born players.
yes,
But are we very much giving them the opportunity? Players like Felix Uduakai and Maurice James are very solid defenders. Go and watch Maurice James in Metz. The reason why they didn't finish in European sport was because he was injured. That is one formidable defender. And you add in Felix Uduakai at Besiktas. When you bring those type of players in our national team, players like Ekong will not get a start again over them.
Yeah. So and let's be honest ourselves, because there's this thing I've been hearing. I will say it. People say I'll be calling him. Some people believe that they are more Nigerian than the other. See, and sometimes when you have that one, it makes me sad. When we lost the World Cup qualifiers in Abuja, one of the Ghanaian journalists, the spokesperson said he went to console one of the Nigerian players. That player wanted to fight with him because it was so painful. Foreign-born player. It's not that say because they born you for Nigeria, say you'll be that patriotic. Some of these guys are even more patriotic.
Exactly.
When they ask woman to sing his song, the one they say, I've got on my mind, money. That is it. He wants to win for the country against Equatorial Guinea. He was telling people, let's all have to win this game. So I just think that we need to tell these people that we need to learn that this country is bigger than just one person to play with us.
Exactly.
So that is it. So, and I remember when Joe Aribo came to Super Eagles, it was everywhere, play. But when you are running, and some people are walking on the pitch, you would get tired. And you start walking on the pitch. Look at Osai Samuel. When he came, he was man of the match, doing everything. Watch it for yourself, when you see some people are just rolling on the pitch, you also join them now.
And why did Eric Shelley say that he wants people that run? Because he has watched the national team, so, and this is what he has been seeing.
Just to wrap it up, because about this African game, so the team had a meeting and they have resolved to go to the World Cup. After the game against Zimbabwe, they analyze their differences, this and this. You have to speak up, and this, the areas, And Victor Osimhen was very, I think, vocal, during that game that guys, we don't the lead though. Please, let's finish out this game because I think he also goes to the World Cup too. So I had a meeting that we go to South Africa and go and beat South Africa. See, if Nigeria go to Johannesburg and beat South Africa in September,
It's done.
it's done. And I can
It's
say,
done.
and the spokesperson for Super Eagles said something that when they had that meeting, that Victor Osimhen spoke in Yoruba. Say, South Africa, I'm normally means that we will beat them for their house. He was saying this that forget that one. So if the Nigeria can win that game, qualify. You qualify, and it's gonna be like a dream.
I think we need to start playing Nathan Teller because Nathan Teller will be very crucial in that game.
I think it's if you look at the way we press now, it's going to be so instrumental. To show you about the clip, I will set trap for Ghana. See, you will see coaching, impact of coaching in these players. You will see them. Why do you think Elisha did not invite any other 20 players?
Okay, sorry, I want to ask.
Yeah.
This guy in 2024 Nations Cup, Abe George, what division was he playing when Chukwu invited him?
It was League 1 or League 2 with Marcus Feet.
Yeah, I think it was League 3 or so. Like
League 2, fourth,
League 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy was excellent. Do you agree with me? He was excellent.
Yeah.
He didn't even like a newcomer. I don't know if we ever, apart from Olaina, I cannot recall a right back as good as Abe George after him.
But you know that that time that he came, if you flash back very well, before that, we didn't have any right back.
Yeah, there was one right back when he came.
Joseph Yobo was our right back in 2002 World Cup, remember?
Mm-hmm.
But they have moved Joseph Yobo when he joined Marcel to Everton. They have moved into central defense.
Center back.
So now we add a central defender, a top-class central defender in Joseph Yobo that is giving what? Stability to this team. You know, when Abe George came, we had Vincent Nyama and Joseph Yobo. Two players that are more stable. This team, man, there's nobody stable yet in that defense. You get it. There's nobody. So Abe can, and in that team, man, you also had a player that no team we want to have, Gabalawa.
Yeah.
We have Gabalawa in that team. So, Gabalawa will work like a slave for you. Who is ready in this team to be a slave?
No.
Onaze will do that same job too.
Onaze will do that job.
There's a player that his career wasn't that long in Super Eagles. They call him Paulo Biefule. I don't know if you know him. Paulo Biefule. He's a light very combative player. I was saying that some of these guys, Olofiyana will do that slave work too. For Kosha, we used to find that. So, but nobody is ready to. Everybody is big man. How much do you have? Is now the order of the day.
The character of the players are different compared to
has changed. Yeah. So, guys, that's just the review. I really enjoyed Mr. Collins, very knowledgeable conversation. Thank you. Nice to actually want to meet you. I really actually enjoy the conversation. Thank you. So, thank you for joining. So, I have to wrap it up now. So, thank you guys for another, not the Friday Night Football Club, is another review of the game between Nigeria and Ghana. So, we'll also do the preview of the game between Nigeria and Jamaica on Friday. We will review the game between Nigeria and Jamaica on Saturday. We'll preview the one against Russia and review too. So, thank you for your love. And let me just appreciate some people that actually sent me. So, Emmanuel, thank you for your love. TC Gogo, my man, thank you for your love. Chas, thank you for your love. Chas twice, thank you for your love. Emmanuel too, thank you for your love. Lukman B, my man, thank you for your love. And my very good man, Monsor, but I'll call you tomorrow, Monsor. He's slightly late now. Thank you for your love too. So guys, Thank you for another wonderful, that's impromptu, live section. See you again on Friday for probably there will be news about Nigeria, about the group. So there's one news already. FIFA already sent how they will decide the second best place team. I will come and share that one with you on Friday. But I hope that this African news can come tomorrow or Friday so that we can be able to discuss it on Friday Night Football Club. So, guys, thank you guys for joining. Guys on Facebook too, I love you. 30 people, 30 likes on Facebook, I love you. On Facebook too, if you want to support, can you click on the star button too and buy our star. And guys, on the Friday, I may your host Speed Lai. Thank you for joining. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you.